The 413-yard par 4 first hole demands accuracy from the tee. On this dogleg to the left, the drive must avoid the out-of-bounds and a deep fairway bunker on the left and dense trees on the right. A tee shot played to the right center of the fairway will leave a good angle to the green, well protected by large deep bunkers on both sides. Shots missed long will roll down the hill, leaving it difficult up and down. The 435-yard second hole is a testing par 4. Players can choose to aim their tee shot short of the fairway bunkers, leaving a longer second shot, or hit a long drive to a more narrow section of the fairway, right of the bunkers. The approach shot will be a long to mid-iron to a very large kidney-shaped green, guarded by deep bunkers front right and back left. The 580-yard third hole is a true 3-shot par 5. Water runs the entire length of the hole down the left side, while well-positioned fairway bunkers on the right make both the drive and second layup shot very difficult. Risk is still present for the approach shot, as the left side of this relatively small green tends to break towards the water, while the right side slopes towards the deep bunker. Those walking away with a par can also be very satisfied. The long 441-yard par 4 fourth hole requires accuracy and distance off the tee. A large body of water needs to be covered before reaching the narrow fairway. Out of bounds and fairway bunkers on both sides leave no margin for error. Most players will use long or mid-irons or even fairway woods for their approach shots to the large green, guarded with bunkers on both sides. Club selection is very important to avoid an extremely long putt to the hole. The 208-yard par 3 fifth hole is framed by dense trees on both sides, creating an illusion of tightness off the tee, but it opens up near the large green, which is elevated and well protected by deep bunkers on both sides. The colossal 484-yard sixth hole is the longest par 4 on the golf course. The fairway, although generous in size, is flanked by water on the left and tall trees on the right. Long hitters beware of the water that comes closer into play, narrowing the fairway on the left. The second is perhaps one of the most difficult shots at Bentry Country Club. The shot will be a long iron or fairway wood to a fairly protected green. The two large bunkers are strategically placed on either side, allowing for long shots to be run up to the green. The 442-yard par 4 seventh hole is a majestic sweeping dogleg to the right. This fairway favors a left-to-right ball flight off the tee to avoid the two fairway bunkers that protect the elbow of the dogleg. With the tee shot in the fairway, the second shot is straightforward. The sharply undulating green is one of the most difficult to putt, especially on the right side of the green. The large bunker guarding the front left side of the green can be difficult to save par from. The 224-yard eighth hole is the longest par 3 on the course, requiring a long iron or fairway wood to carry the ball onto the wide green, protected right and left by very large and deep bunkers. The ever-present left-to-right wind makes this a difficult green to hit in regulation. The fairly short 392-yard par 4 ninth hole presents a favorable birdie opportunity. The narrow fairway is protected by a myriad of obstacles. 3 deep fairway bunkers, rough, trees, mounds, and out of bounds on the left leave little margin for error. A drive in the fairway will leave players with a short iron to a long and narrow green, sloping back to front. Measuring only 340 yards, the 10th hole is the shortest par 4 on the golf course. Fairway bunkers on the left and water on the right will put pressure on players' commitment to their strategy. An iron off the tee played short of the bunkers will leave a longer approach to the green, but an aggressive drive will need to be especially accurate in order to avoid all obstacles and leave the player with a great birdie opportunity. The 419-yard par 4 11th is a beauty. The tee shot must carry over the large lake to reach the wide and oblique fairway. Out of bounds left and two deep fairway bunkers protect what is left unguarded by water on the right. A fairway wood off the tee for accuracy is an intelligent play. The difficult second shot is to a slightly elevated green surrounded by three deep bunkers. Water on both sides protects the fairway on the 404-yard par 4 12. A narrow landing area between the right-hand side fairway bunker and the lake to the left call for accuracy from the tee. Two large deep bunkers guard the wide elevated green, which slopes towards the center and front. Approach shots missed long and left will usually find the water. The picturesque 554-yard dogleg right par 5 13th hole demands accuracy from the tee. Out of bounds and a fairway bunker collect drives missed left, while the fairway slopes severely towards the creek on the right. The second shot favors a left-to-right ball flight and requires a smart club selection to avoid the cross bunker that cuts into the fairway. The relatively flat green is guarded by two deep bunkers. Approach shots missed long right might end up out of bounds. The 203-yard par 3 14th is a visual masterpiece. From the elevated tee, players are faced with perhaps the most daunting tee shot on the golf course. Using a long iron, players must clear the water as they approach this two-tiered island green. Three greenside bunkers will prevent some errant shots from finding water. The 397-yard par 4 15th hole is tight, requiring a precise tee shot through the ever-narrowing avenue of trees to find the corner of the sharp dogleg left. The second shot to a slightly elevated green must once again avoid the trees on either side. The narrow green is protected by very deep bunkers and swales, and it slopes severely from back to front right. Nestled between dense trees is the 561-yard par 5 dogleg right 16th hole. Trees and a lengthy water hazard line the left rough, and a fairway bunker on the left corner of the fairway help turn the dogleg. The second shot is uphill and must avoid a fairway bunker on the right side about 150 yards short of the green. The deep bunker that fronts the green must be avoided. The square-shaped green is well guarded by four deep bunkers front, right, and left. The 182-yard 17th hole is the shortest par 3, but not easy by any means. Four very deep bunkers surround the elevated green, and water comes into play for shots missed well to the right. The 402-yard par 4 18th hole offers a number of possibilities for potential disasters. Water on the right, out of bounds to the left, and two deep fairway bunkers put pressure on the player's last drive of the day. Mid to short irons will be used for the approach shot, which requires full concentration and precision to avoid the water on the right and the large deep bunker that guards the left side of the narrow green.